It's amazing how things just turn completely around in a split second. And man is not capable of doing that. Only spirit is. Yet we spend all our lives trying to do the things that only spirit is capable of doing. Now, if you notice on this channel, there was a period gap between my daily series of videos. And that period gap required that I take a sabbatical and handle some personal things. See, sometimes we have to do that in life, people. And I had to focus all of my energy trying to restructure my life, personally, financially, physically. I had changed my residence, restructured my finances, and I did that to the betterment, put me in the direction where I wanted to go. See, I thought I was where I needed to be, but it wasn't, because Spirit showed me different. Sometimes we have a crystal clear plan as to where we want to be, but then something happens in our lives that shows us that our plan was not the plan that Spirit had for us. Sometimes an event occurs, or sometimes something happens to us, or sometimes a person comes along that says something or does something that makes us realize that our plan was not the plan that Spirit had for us. And that's what happened to me, without going into detail. So now I'm back, and you've been listening to me. And by the time you get this message, we would have already reached the required number of subscribers and met all the requirements for monetization, and I sincerely thank you for that. Thank you for your support. We are up and running, and we are active, so the daily videos are continuing on, and I thank you for that. So no, I didn't drop off the face of the earth, but I'm giving you this message to have you understand this. There are some people in this world that have things going in their life and they try to push through when they shouldn't. Sometimes you have to hit the pause button. And I'm going to call this one hitting the pause button. And there's nothing wrong with that, because the world has a tendency to tell you, muddle through, muddle through, muddle through. There are times when you need to muddle through. And please pardon that, because that is the chime on the clock telling me it's almost time to go to work. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up in a few minutes. But anyway, sometimes you got to hit the pause button in order to focus every ounce of your energies on your personal, on your life. And sometimes people are muddling through the many things in their life when they need to hit the pause button. Some people are afraid to hit the pause button because they don't want to focus all of their energies on the things that they need to focus their energies on. And that could be a bad thing, because that thing that you need to give 100% to, that could be the only thing that will save it. You know, there are some things that you have to give your all to in order for it to thrive, because it's an all or nothing situation. Sometimes we have all or nothing situations come into our lives where we have to hit the pause button and we have to throw our entire being into it in order to resolve it. And that's what happened to me. And it took a little bit of time. And I'm okay with that. And the older you get, things do come up. You know, it's not a situation where when you get a certain age, and this is another illusion that the world gives us, is that when you get a certain age, it's going to be gumdrops and lollipops every single day. Life is going to have its challenges no matter how old you get. So you've got to be mentally prepared to accept that. And you got to be in a position to deal with it. You got to have the support system. You got to have the mental stability to do that. You got to be on your toes at all time, people. But you have to keep this in mind. When you're going through it, that it's just temporary. It's not going to last forever. And once it's over with, oh boy, do you get to breathe. The sleepless nights are over. You get to wake up to your new surroundings or your new situation and be able to say, wow, it's the past now. And do yourself a favor. Don't create any more anxiety and worry and dwell on it. And I know it's okay to have a testimony and talk about your situation, but just limit that, because you don't want to bring that negative energy into your talk every single day, because that's going to create stress. Don't let that overshadow your current blessings. Just be careful with that. But anyway, I'm going to let this be a short one. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go, because I've got to get ready to go to work myself. But I just wanted to just basically say, hit the pause button sometimes. There's nothing wrong with it. You're not a weak person for doing it. You can't worry about what people think when you hit the pause button. It actually takes a lot of courage to hit the pause button, because that's indicating that you're aware of the situation and that you're ready to deal with the situation at hand. It takes a lot of courage to hit the pause button. You're not chickening out. You're not wimping out. You're actually being strong by doing so, because you're ready to face the situation head on. You're like, okay, you know what, I'm putting the brakes on everything right now, and I'm going to deal with this here. Come on, let's do this. And right before you know it, you'll be where you need to be. And that's what I had to do. So anyway, please continue to stay tuned to every single daily video. Please provide your feedback. I appreciate that. And continue to share and like the videos as we grow. As we go through this thing called life, I will continue to provide feedback as much as I can. And thank you for your support again. Talk to you next time.